Hey guys, welcome back to Flip Don't Flop. My name is Adrian Donovan, and this video we are going to be going over the top 10 best finds in store from the past week. Let's see what we got. Now the first pair is a brand called LK Bennett. It's a brand that I don't find very often. It's a bit obscure, but it is a pretty expensive brand. These are brand new, so it definitely makes these special. I paid $5 for this pair, and these should sell for about $80 to $90, and that should make it to where our profit estimated is going to be $60 on this pair. It's a really nice find. Again, it's a brand to look out for. It is worth pretty good money, but it's not one you're going to probably find very often. And next up, we have this. This is a pair of Frye boots. This is the Melissa Button Short version 2 model. These are in excellent condition. It looks like these have only been worn probably a few times. I paid $10 for this pair, and these, considering they're in such good condition, these should sell for about $70. I paid $10. That should make it to where the profit on these is about $40 to $45. Coming up next, we have this. This is like a lace-up chukka ankle boot. This is from the brand All Saints. I paid $10 for these. With All Saints, I really am happy to find pretty much any All Saints. It's another brand, kind of like LK Bennett, that you don't find very often at all. Like they're kind of lace-up, big chunky combat boots are going to definitely do better, but finding that in a thrift store is going to be pretty far-fetched. But I have found them before in the thrift store. These, it's still a good find because it is All Saints and they are in really good condition. Probably only worn a few times. They are suede, but there's not really any kind of discoloration to note. These should probably sell for around $60, I would say, which is going to make it to our profit on these is about $35, $40. So not a bad find. And next up, we have these. This is Stuart Weitzman. Pretty high-end brand, really expensive. These are kind of like a pink patent leather slingback pump heel. Also in really good condition. I paid $5 for these. These are a little bit more of a modern kind of pair. A lot of Stuart Weitzman you find, at least I find in the thrift store, they're pretty vintage and they're not worth nearly as much as some of the more modern styles, more modern pairs. This pair, I would probably expect to sell these for about $70, maybe $80 on the high end, just because of the color they are. There are some shoes you can get a lot of money for, depending on the colorway. With these being kind of like a fuchsia pink, it makes them a bit more unique and more valuable. If we sell these for $70, it should make it to our profit is about $45 to $50 on this pair. And next up, guys, we have these. This is a pair of Ferragamo by Haan. This is their line that is made in Italy. And these are also in pretty good shape. They do need a little bit of some polish. I paid $10 for this pair as well. And Ferragamo sells fairly well. This pair, to me, is a little bit of a more kind of a basic Ferragamo style. If it had a bit more woven, or if it even had some exotic skin, it'd be a lot better. But for $10, hey, I'm not complaining. These, in this condition, in this style, I could probably sell these for $60, I would say. I paid, like I said, $10 for these. I should make it sure the profit is about $35, $40 on the high end for these. And next up, we have, if you can see that, a pair of Todds. These are like some slip-on loafers. I paid $12 for this pair. They do have a little bit more creasing in the toes than I would normally like to see, but I'm not going to pass these up for $12. These could use some polish as well. They're a really good size. Have a little bit of wear, a little bit more than I like to see, but again, for $12, I'm not passing these up. Todds is a brand that I really don't find often in the store, so I pretty much pick all of it up unless it's just excessively worn or too expensive. This pair I should sell for, I would say, around $80, maybe $90. I would shoot for more if they were in better condition. After the fees and shipping on this pair, I should expect to profit about $50. And next up, guys, we have this pair of ankle boots. This is from the brand Aquatalia. This, surprisingly, for how expensive this brand is, I find it pretty often in the thrift store, which is really nice. These are extra special because these have never been worn. They're brand new. However, they do have a little bit of discoloration around the toes, likely from being in storage somewhere in the thrift store or like wherever they were at before they were donated. But still an excellent find. I paid $5 for these. There's some Aquatalia, depending on the style, that you could sell for quite high new. These, they are kind of a nice color, but considering they have these defects on them, I will have to list them, of course, as new with defects, which is going to affect the price a bit. I would kind of expect to sell these for around $70, $80. And with putting $5 into them after fees and shipping, I should expect to profit about $55 in this pair. Moving right along, we've only got a few more to kind of go over here. This is a pretty vintage pair. This is Salvatore Ferragamo Boutique. This is the Vara Bow model, which is a really popular style for women's Salvatore Ferragamo. Most women's Salvatore Ferragamo is not worth very much, but any of the ones that have the Ferragamo hardware here on the toes, it's going to sell well. And I picked these up for $5 at a thrift store. They're honestly in excellent condition, especially considering their age. And as you can see, they are like a nice pink color. And again, there are certain colorways that sell quite well. Pink, purple, red with something like this is going to sell well. Like beige is going to sell pretty well too. After fees and shipping, I should expect to earn $70 to $75 profit on this pair, which is extremely strong margins. And here we go. We have this. This is a pair of Ugg Boots. They have some nice studded accents pretty much all around the boot. It does have like a bit of a platform. These are in really, really good condition. I'd say probably only worn a couple of times. I paid $5 also for this pair of Ugg boots, which I'm surprised I found them for that cheap because most of the thrift stores price Ugg extremely high here. A lot of times they'll price Uggs so high, $50, $60, like to the point where there's no possibility of any profit at all. But this one, I actually found these at a thrift store where they have all their shoes for $5 no matter what they are. And I got lucky and snagged these up. This pair I should expect to sell for $60, $70. I'll probably shoot for more, $70. Definitely considering they're in such good condition. I actually think these are a store model, honestly. I can see they have like the TJ Maxx sizing sticker in the inside, but there's a bit too much wear for me to want to call these new, so I'm just going to call them pre-owned in excellent condition. I say after fees and shipping, I should expect to profit about $45 to $50 on this pair. And here is the last pair to talk about. I have never found one of these, and after kind of looking them up, it seems like they are a pretty rare Nike Free style. This is, as you can see, it's like almost a fully woven Nike Free sneaker, and it has like some leather on the back of it. This is like the Aniva, I think if I'm pronouncing that correctly, model. They're in really good condition. Not worn more than probably 5 or so times. They're quite clean. I paid $13 for this pair, which was an astounding deal because this pair is actually worth around $100, maybe a little bit more. They are, like I said, really clean and good condition. They're a really good size. I think I would price them a bit higher if they had a bit more of a unique colorway. These just kind of have like a black and gray on them, but I think pricing these at $100, they're still going to move really quickly, and it's going to give me some really strong margins. So, with that being said, after fees and shipping, I should stand to profit about $70 on this pair here. Not bad, not bad. Alright guys, I think it's going to pretty much wrap up the top 10 finds in store from last week. I hope you liked it. If you wouldn't mind, please feel commenting, liking, and giving us a subscribe. Would muchly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.